Kannon. Welcome to OHP Uncut. These are our raw, uncut, unedited interviews from Open House Party, and we're so glad you're with us today. Today with Kyla Pratt from the Proud family. I want to go ahead and encourage you to subscribe to this channel. That's how you can win a virtual meet and greet with your favorite artists. We've got some coming up some big names. I wish I could drop the names. I'm not allowed to yet, but all it takes to get in is clicking subscribe and you'll be entered to win, and you can meet your favorite artist on Zoom, virtual meet and greets. All right, so today, the voice of Penny Proud on the Proud family, which came back. It was gone for a long time. I know that when I was younger, I watched it on the Disney Channel. Now it's back on Disney Plus. Louder and Prouder, season 2 from the Proud family, Kyla Pratt on OHP Uncut.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.
It's Kannon here with Kyla, and down here is my producer. Before I jumped on, you guys were talking about plants. Is this a subject that's important to you both?
It's very important. Plants are a part of nature. We need, plants to survive. And it's as you get older, you start trying to find okay, what can I have in my house that's supposed to give me more oxygen, or is it supposed to help out with my energy? So yeah, that's the main reason why plants are here.
How about you, Adam? What's the deep reason for your love for plants?
I just aesthetically, I really enjoy them. I've recently gotten into plants.
It's a recent thing. That plant behind you is new?
This one is, that's maybe 4 days.
Kyla, what do you think of this plant?
It's new.
That is what is a white bird of something or other. I don't.
Oh, I was about to say, if you know the name of your plant, I'm screwed because I had no idea. But this is new for you. This is 4 days.
Well, I've bought many plants that do not survive in my plant zone.
Oh, yeah.
They're tough.
I'm in New York City. Palms like the one behind you don't grow here. So
yeah, so we have to pray for this plant that's in here.
Pray for this.
I've got some plants upstairs. I've got a snake plant, and I've got some vines. And the reason I have those two is because I will kill any plant. I've even killed a cactus. That is a fact. I killed a cactus, which is nearly impossible.
I don't really have the green thumb either. I think my man and my mom coming over and making sure that plants are not dying is how they're surviving in my house. Because I'll probably overwater the plants that you're not supposed to water.
Some people name their plants. Do you do that?
No.
That's good.
I just know that the plant behind me is poisonous if an animal ingests it. So I try to keep the leaves off of the floor. That's it.
Do you have any animals, Kyla?
Yes, I have a little Yorkie named Moon.
Yeah, don't let Moon get a hold of that. She'll be puking all over the place.
I will not, because I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it.
Well, of all the reboots that have happened on Earth, I think people may have been more excited for yours than any other. I know people were probably begging you for years to bring back that show, The Proud Family.
Ever since the Proud family left the Disney Channel, I have been getting every time I run into anyone on the street, it's why did you take that show away? And I'm why are you mad at me? I didn't do it.
Yeah, you personally did it.
I didn't. It wasn't if it was up to me, we would still be doing it. So a lot of people were so happy that we were able to bring it back. And I'm happy we were able to do it for them finally. So I don't have to be harassed anymore.
And they just announced that the reboot is coming back for season 2, which is amazing and probably not a huge surprise to you, but I'm sure it's very good news to hear.
It's not a huge surprise at all. I know that, everybody has loved what we've done so far. And we've gotten so many people in the industry who I didn't realize grew up watching the show, and they love the show as well. So we've gotten so many great guest stars, and our team is just amazing. We have our original, creator and producer, and they're just knocking them out. So why not?
So many celebrities grew up watching it. I know that Lil Nas X has talked about the fact that he grew up watching it. Who else have you had on as a guest star that the show was important to them as a child?
We had Tiffany Haddish,
yep,
which was one of my favorite episodes. Miss Debbie Allen,
yes, ma'am,
just did an episode of the Proud family. We have Gabrielle Union, Lizzo, Eva Longoria. There's so many people who I forget because I was a kid when I first did it. So I wasn't that kid that was like, oh, people are watching what I'm doing and it's going to be so amazing. I was like that kid that was like, oh, I get to go to work and now I get to go hang out with my friends. To see you guys later. So not really recognizing the fact that people were watching it. So as I got older and people would talk to me and I'd be like, wait, what? Like, people are really watching this cartoon? Like, oh, cool. Like, I feel like that about a lot of stuff that I've done. But to have people who are in the same field as you feel and act the same way is like an amazing experience, especially when you've grown up liking their work or you enjoy their music now, you know? So it's just a cool feeling.
Now, you mentioned, of course, you were a kid when you first started and you were playing a kid. Now you're grown up. It's been a while. You're coming back. How difficult is it to A, jump back into the role, and B, play a kid as an adult?
It's not really difficult at all. I feel like we all have that. We have all been teenagers at some point. So we all have that experience of feeling like, you know, I want to be my own person, or, you know, I want to hang out with my family, but I want to be with my friends, and growing pains and wanting to, you know, have a spouse or, you know, somebody who you like, or different sports. And, you know, I feel like everyone can relate to that so much. And now being at first filming it and I was in that space doing it. And then now having been in that space and now I'm raising kids myself, it's like, it's just a funny, surreal feeling. It wasn't hard at all. Like, I feel like Penny is so much of me. She's helped develop me, I guess, as a person, because I filmed her at that age. And she's just a part of me. So it wasn't hard at all. It's just back then I had a hard time not losing my voice. So now I try to practice, you know, projecting from a different place so I don't lose my voice, so I can actually record things.
But you still got it. You still got it there. How is the the perspective on the sense of responsibility changed? Of course, that's changed growing older. When you're a kid playing a kid, it's probably not the same perspective on the sense of responsibility that you have when you grow up, right?
No, not at all. I feel like growing up, I didn't realize what the Proud Family was doing for a lot of people. I didn't realize that there were so many subjects that weren't really talked about on TV. I wasn't really thinking about, oh, this is like a Black family in a cartoon and I've never seen this. For me, it was like so many things were happening on the show and it felt like home to me. It felt normal because I'm like, this is the type of stuff my family does. Or, you know, of course it's over exaggerated because it's a cartoon, but not realizing that. And then now being a grown woman and a mother and realizing, you know, it's very important for people watching anything on television to feel seen, and representation matters so much. And I just think it's amazing to be in this position now, to have a show that I grew up doing and now my kids get to grow up and watch.
Do people ever recognize your voice? Like if you go to like a drive-through or just in public in general?
People recognize my voice before they recognize my face.
Yeah.
I am a very loud individual. Whispering is not one of my specialties.
I can relate.
But I could be somewhere with a hat on and glasses, and the fact that I can't shut up is why people will come like aisles over in the grocery store and be like, Penny Brown is in here, you know? So my voice is definitely what gives me away at all times. I just don't know how to shut up. I don't know.
What are some of the most meaningful things fans have told you about lessons they've learned from the show or the impact the show has had on their lives? I know people have probably come up to you and been like, this means so much to me. This episode in particular meant so much to me. Tell me about some of those stories that fans have communicated to you with.
I think what has always connected with me the most is running into people and having them tell me that I just reminded them of like either a friend they grew up with or like a cousin or a relative or themselves. And it was nice to have somebody on TV that was not really, you know, that felt real, that felt like an actual person, you know? And I feel like watching things that I've done, like The Proud Family and One-on-One, and seeing a girl who was, you know, not quite girly girl, and very loud and, you know, wanted to be cute, but doesn't know how to shut up. So is always yelling something crazy. I think it just helped people be able to relate. And I think it just made them feel comfortable within themselves. To be able to connect with somebody who looks like them or talks like them or acts like them. And that's an amazing experience in itself, just knowing that, you know, I was able to be that without even realizing that that's what I was doing, you know?
I love it. There are certain advantages to being seen, not heard. I can relate to that because I, do a radio show. Do you ever get to roll into work like in your PJs? Do you do the stuff at home, or do you have to go to like a studio to do this?
Well, when we announced our revamp, our new Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, the pandemic happened like literally right after. So we ended up having to record from home, and they sent us stuff to do at home, which was really difficult because I'm loud. And so my kids are loud as well. And how I'm gonna get them to be quiet, and I have to record this thing. So, but it was a struggle, but we were able to get it done. But I'm super like chill. I'm the girl who's like, I like wearing workout clothes all day, with a baseball cap and just chilling. Like, I like to be relaxed. I think it's because I grew up in this industry where it's like, I know I get to dress up every once in a while, and I don't feel like doing it every day, you know? Yeah. So you're not always going to catch me, hair always done or face always, together, but, yeah, that's just me. Like, I like to dress up. I like to be, I like to do it. But when it's just Kyla, or going into working on the show Call Me Kat, and going into work and them seeing me like, oh yeah, that's Kyla. Kyla has her workout clothes on and she's ready to relax.
What are you looking forward to in the summertime? I'm looking forward to spending time with my daughter. I'm looking forward to going to the beach. Like, what are you looking forward to doing?
I am looking forward to a lot of things. I've been working my butt off, and I'm looking forward to traveling with my family. I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time with my babies. I'm looking forward to the beach, but then I'd be like, damn, this sand, what am I going to do with all of this? But, you got to work it in at some point. But I'm also looking forward to working more. I've been shooting Call Me Kat for about the past 7 months, and then doing the Proud Family at the same time, and just love to see what else is out there. So I like to just, mix it up. I'm not really a person that's like, oh, there's nothing to do right now. Like, I find something to do.
Yeah. Do you have a hard time sitting around? Because I know I do.
I do. I'm not, I felt like I was like trying to figure out if it was like a mom thing, or if I'm like, what is this guilty thing that I have if I'm like sitting down, like watching TV or something? I'm like, no, there's something you need to be doing. Like, there's something else happening. But then I'm like, no, Kyla, there's a bunch of shows on television. You want to know about them. You want to be a part of them. So do your research. But I also, where the summer's concerned, I'm looking forward to the weather being one way. Just be hot. Because in
LA, you live in LA?
Yeah, I live in LA.
But it never gets too cold in LA. I don't want to hear about this.
It never gets, no. It never gets too cold in LA. I'm spoiled. But it's also like, okay, can we just make a decision what temperature it's going to be? Because if it's going to be cold and rainy, that's fine. Let's do that. But if like it's cold and rainy and then 2 hours later it's hot and I have on full, you're stressing me out. Okay. Can we make a decision? So in the summer, I look forward to that, because most of the time you just know you're going to be sizzling.
Well, thank you for your energy and for your time. We really loved having you on. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. And I'm glad our crazy schedules, it worked out.
I'm glad it worked out. Yeah. The reason I was late today is because I was interviewing Belle Biv DeVoe. Do you remember that group?
I just saw them in concert.
Oh my God. Did you really?
Yeah. I went to the, not Staples Center anymore. It's Crypto Arena. I saw New Edition and Charlie Wilson and Jodeci.
They had that tour sold out, and even they did 30 days, and Bobby Brown made all 30 of them, which is probably one of the most incredible feats in the history of music.
It was amazing. Everybody was on point. Like, because you hear stories about all drama back in the day, and you're like, no, they got this. Like, you're rooting for them, and they actually came through and had an amazing show. I can't believe you got to interview them. That's so dope.
I love the fact we're talking about music because it leads perfectly into the last thing I want to do before you go, which is 5 random questions with you. And the first random question that I had was the last song you turned up really loud. What was it?
Oh, the last song that I turned up really loud? Oh my goodness, I don't even know. Oh gosh, I don't even. I'll say "Be from the South" by Lotto.
Nice.
The remix.
Lotto lives here in my hometown in Atlanta. I see her out from time to time. She's amazing.
Yeah, no, I love her energy. And anytime I just feel like I want to just talk mess, I'm like, let me just turn this up real quick. Okay.
What's your go-to like guilty pleasure fast food? Do you have one? Mine's Taco Bell.
I can't eat any fast food anymore. I found that I was allergic to a bunch of stuff. So literally I'm the one that's crying, passing by Taco Bell. Like, yeah, a burrito.
So what's your favorite thing to make at home then? What's your favorite like healthy dish to make at home?
My favorite snack to make at home right now, I saute okra.
Okra's good.
I saute okra and a little bit of coconut oil, a little bit of olive oil, and season that bad boy up, getting a little burnt, a little crispy. Yeah, like little big chips.
Girl, I grew up in the South. I know exactly where you're coming from.
Oh yeah, so I bought okra out here at the grocery store, and when I went to the line, the guy was like, "What you know about okra?" I said, "Oh, baby, my family from the South. Don't play with me."
Who's your best friend in the world?
My best friend in the world would have to be my man.
I was going to say you can't say him, but it's such a sweet answer. You could say him.
I mean, and then after that, it's like, I just told my daughter, I'm like, yeah, it's hard to watch you guys grow up because I love you being little babies, but I'm actually enjoying it because I get to see my little mini best friends just grow up with me. Like,
it's incredible.
You know? Yeah.
What's your favorite Penny Proud quote?
The first thing that ever popped into my head is, I'm Penny Proud, I'm cute and I'm loud, and I got it going on.
Yes, ma'am. If you could spend one night with any fictional character, who would it be and why?
Oh my goodness. I have never been asked that. So I'm like, okay, what's a great show? What's a show that I love? The first person that pops into mind is Olivia Pope from Scandal. I love popcorn. I love red wine. I love how she handles business. I think I would want to sit on her couch with her and just sit back and be like, girl, what's going on with Fitz? What's happening? You ain't left him alone yet? You know what I'm saying? I think I just want to hang out with her real quick. That's the first person that pops into my mind. And then the other person would be like Jon Snow. But then that's a whole nother, if I hung out with those fictional characters, I'm going to have to fight somebody and losing my head and stuff.
Well, thank you to you and your plants.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see you on season 2. All right. Thank you on Disney Plus. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a good rest of your day.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.